Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you haven't already, please click that button and subscribe to our channel. On the menu then, as you can see right here, just making a really simple lentil salad full of absolute goodness. You can add whatever vegetables and and whatever style you like. We're kind of going, I suppose, a little bit Mediterranean today with olives, garlic and some parsley. Got some lovely little bits of vegetables in there. Super easy, super tasty, super healthy. It's vegan as well, by the way. Let's go and do it. Okay, let's just run through some ingredients that we've got here. Obviously, in the center here, I've got my lentils. I'm using a green lentil, which I've cooked nicely. I mean, they're nice and soft. I cooked them in just a little touch of salt water. When you're going through them, just make sure there's no stones or grit in them that you can sometimes get. You don't need to soak them. You can just boil them straight away until they're nice and soft. I've got some chopped tomato over there. Today I'm going to be using some red cabbage here. I've got some onion. I'm using a red onion. You can use white or brown. I've chopped that nice and small. A little touch of celery. I like that in there. I've got some green olives that I've just taken the stones out of. Some chopped garlic, about 2 or 3 cloves. We're going to use that in our dressing. And here I've got some chopped flat leaf parsley. I mean, this is so simple, and these are the ingredients that I'm using, but you can go any direction that you like. Of course, you can add some, some bell peppers or some mushrooms, or, list goes on and on. So simply, we're going to mix all of this together, apart from the garlic, because that's going to go in our dressing, but all of these guys can go in the mix, and then we're going to make a simple dressing with some balsamic vinegar, or lemon juice if you wanted, and some nice quality olive oil. Put the garlic in that, touch of salt and black pepper. Over it goes, done. Okay, so I've got myself a nice large mixing bowl, and as you can see, I've already got my lentils in there. In goes that tomato. Now the ratio of vegetables to lentils is entirely up to you. In goes my onion. That red cabbage. That celery. Those olives, and all of that fresh parsley. I think a fresh herb in there is always great. You could use cilantro or coriander, or mint, dill, list goes on and on, basil, all great, but I think having one in there really does help it along a little bit. So let's just sort of mix this through. I mean, super healthy this is, and just really good. I mean, just so tasty. So tasty. I love this. So, there you go. That's a nice sort of mix for me. I'm quite happy with that. Next thing we're going to do is just make this little bit of dressing. We'll pop that in, and it's done. So I've got a much smaller bowl here. I'm using a nice quality olive oil, and today I'm going to use balsamic vinegar. I'm using a 2 to 1. So 2 parts of the olive oil and 1 part of the balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar is just a bit nicer, slightly sweeter than your normal kind of malt vinegar, which is a little bit harsh. If you wanted, you could just use lemon or lime juice, or even orange, maybe something something nice and citrus. Simply to that, I'm going to add a little pinch of salt, a little pinch of ground black pepper. We're going to put all of that garlic in. Now, this is quite garlic heavy. You might not want this much. So again, just make it how you like. Let's just give that a little mix around. So yeah, like I say, two parts of the oil, 1 part of the vinegar I've used. Simple. Okay, so we've got our salad. And again, like I say, you can add any type of vegetable into that. We're now just going to simply add in our dressing. I'm going to give that a nice little mix. Now what I like to do with this salad is I like to leave this in the refrigerator at least an hour. I mean, you could do it for a few hours for sure. And that'll really kind of come together then. That vinaigrette that we've just made will really start doing its work in there. And it's, just so simple. There's different types of lentil salads, of course. I mean, this is kind of, I suppose, a little bit more Mediterranean with the olives and parsley and garlic. But you could do an Asian type of one if you wanted. Some water chestnuts, star anise, 5 spice in the mix. That will kind of make it go in that direction. Or an Indian one, you know, maybe put some cardamom, green cardamom in there. That's a lovely flavour. And some cilantro. Or, I mean, it's a fantastic Ethiopian lentil salad called azifa, which uses quite a lot of fresh chilli in there and mustard, also known as sanafich. That is really wonderful. Check out the channel. I'll pop the link up for that one. And if you want to do a kind of more Middle Eastern Arabic type one, there's a famous dish called mujala, which is lentils again cooked with rice. Really, really delicious. Anyway, so simple. There we go. Add what you like, take away what you don't like. It's easy peasy. It's good for you. That's going to taste great. It's just a lovely little salad. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you soon. Lots of love.